Hello, I'm Lode Vandevenne. I work for Google Zurich, but I'm not speaking on behalf of Google. And this talk is about the highway hash profiler, which is a profiler which is open sourced together with the highway hash. And what is a highway hash? It is a very fast hashing algorithm, which is used in TensorFlow, the machine learning framework. Google does a lot of machine learning, and Google Research Europe also has machine learning as one of the main topics which it studies. This is a picture from the Zurich office. And machine learning is getting very, very popular at Google. We're doing awesome stuff with it. And we care a lot about performance. And that's why we add fast hash like highway hash and profilers and so on. So what is the highway hash profiler? It's a software profiler for C++, which supports flat or color graph outputs. In fact, it takes flat outputs, but it uses the color graph to subtract the time of child zones. It is instrumentation based, so it has instructions to the running program to measure precisely the time everything takes. It's not statistical like gprof, and it is not simulating like CashGrind, because the statistical one was not precise enough for our purposes, and the simulating profiler was too slow, because it can be like 50 times slower, and we want fast iterations. Also, it's a manual profiler. You place a macro yourself at the beginning of functions, which you want to measure, and at the constructor, it will measure an entry event, and in the destructor, it will measure an exit event. And at the end of the program, you call the profiler first results, and everything is calculated and printed. Why did we make yet another profiler that there are so much? Because we wanted a profiler which was realistic. By this I mean, when we measure the program, we want to make sure that we are measuring the program running in its natural environment on regular data without affecting the program too much, not affecting the cache, the manipulation, and so on. We want it to be fast, no high overheads, no long waiting times, should run as fast as the program runs without profiling. We want it to be high resolution, so no sampling every 100th of a second, but every single event gets precisely measured. It should support multi-core without problems, and we want to measure arbitrary zones ourselves, so that whether the function is inline or not doesn't matter. We still get results how long this section took or so. By a zone I mean a part where between which you measure, and if you measure the functions called by this, you have child zones and so on. And in the implementation, the main principle is that we use event-driven tracing, and then we use several tricks for speed, such as right combining, fences for precision, timestamp counters for high resolution, and a weird trick which I will explain at the end about delta coding string methods. So the event-driven tracing is the main principle it works. It measures every single zone entry and exit event with very fast and small packets, because we want this is while the program is running, so this should be very fast and not take much memory. So 64 bits packets, because 25 bits are used as the ID of the zone, and the rest is for the timestamp. The callback computation is deferred to the end, or every now and then, when a big memory buffer of packets is full, it will get computed while running as well. And to do this computation fast, a self-organizing list is used. So this will be a simple overview of this. While the program is running, we get all these entry events and exit events, which are stored in an enormous buffer. And then when it is full at the end, we will analyze. We will use a stack to organize the entry and exit events to know which child type to subtract. And then the self-organizing list is basically used to store the zone totals which are stored in the list, and we search linearly for the current zone in which we want to accumulate the time. And when we found it, we will swap it towards the front, so move it gradually towards the front, because the zone that we are now working on is likely to be used a lot in the future as well. So basically the zone we need to always be in front. Since the zone ID is 25 bits, just putting them all linearly in memory would be, I think, a bit too much. Then the write combining. So when we measure the start and stop events, we do not want to affect the cache of the running program, so that we are measuring the program as it can make use of caches and are not using it ourselves. For that we use a write combine buffer. And this works as follows.
You got a cell phone?
Normally when you write to memory, it will go to the caches and only eventually to RAM memory. But instead, we will only write one single cache line of events. Since each event is 64 bits, that means we can store 8 events. And when it's full, then we will use CPU instructions to load this into 128-bit registers and stream this to the write combine buffer, which is a special additional buffer. There are like 10 or 16 or so, depending on the CPU model. This is x86 specific, by the way. And then the write combine buffer is as big as a cache line, also 64 bytes. We stream 4 of those 128 bit registers in there, and then when it's full, it goes directly into RAM, bypassing the cache. Then, we use a lot of different fences in the profiler. Fences are there to avoid instruction reordering, because both the compiler and the CPU want to reorder instructions as an optimization. So first of all, we have the compiler fence. So the compiler can be ordered for optimization, but we want to make sure that we are measuring what we want to measure, and that all of the instructions we want to measure go outside, or vice versa. And this requires compiler-specific keywords. For example, for GCC, it's given here. For other compilers, it's different, so we use ifdefs to support different ones for different compilers. Then, the CPU itself can also reorder instructions out of order execution. And that, to avoid this, we can use a serializing instruction. Examples are CPU ID, the L fence, M fence, and S fence, and so on. But we do not use CPU ID, because CPU ID is actually pretty slow and has some variability. I think also the OS might handle some event related to it. But a fast one is L fence, a pretty platform-specific instruction, which is more easier to predict how fast it will run.
Does LFS ensure a full pipeline flush? Or, I mean, I thought it was really more about memory accesses, just loads, and it was not impacting the pipeline reordering for other instructions.
We have carefully read the specs and concluded that currently LFS will avoid reordering the instructions.
Okay. I remember so mfence compared to lfence and store fence, they are basically mfence is not reordered against the two others. If you look at mfence compared to CPU ID is not reordered compared to mfence, sfence, or lfence. But from my understanding, it does not mean that mfence, sfence, or lfence provide the same warranty as CPU ID. It's just it's a mutual thing. It's not giving the same result.
We use two lfence instructions around the timestamp instruction. Seem to work for us. I don't know, I can investigate it.
Yeah, but perhaps you're not as sensitive to very small pipeline reordering, so perhaps you don't need that level of precision. So it's a trade-off, speed versus precision.
And also we want to avoid the variability of the instruction, because in fact do know ourselves over it. We measured it beforehand. We know what to change. Then finally, we also use the SN instruction because we are using those write combined buffers, but they are really ordered memory. So when we will be reading our events, it will not be guaranteed that they are already around and that we will get the correct result. But the SN instruction flushes everything so that we can correctly read this as well. Then the timestamp counter. So the timestamp counter is a register in the CPU which ticks at the nominal CPU frequency. So it provides a very high resolution timestamp counter. This register is per chip socket and not per core. So all the cores can actually run at their own frequency dynamically depending on the load. But this timestamp counter keeps ticking at the same nominal frequency. So it is very stable. It is a lot to use. But it takes about 20 ticks to rekeep because it's far away from the core, so that's alright. But if you have multiple CPU chips, then each one will have its own independent timestamp counter, and they might be slightly out of sync because exactly synchronizing two chips is, as far as I know, an unsolved problem. So that might be a sort of decision if you have multiple CPU chips. However, if you pin all your threads to one core, then you will have more stable measurements for particular threads, and there is a function provided in the profiler to pin your threads to one core. All the timestamp counter functionality is provided in the ESC timer page header of the profiler. And now we can look exactly how the measurements work. So if we have the program instructions, we are measuring the ones before the current zone, the ones inside of the current zone, and the ones afterwards. Then here we have the go to capture the start event, and here we have the go to capture the stop event. Everything which is in between the two read timestamp instructions. So these and this, which are not program instructions, are cell overheads of the profiler. So there is this extra element instruction and the go to capture the event using the write combined buffers and every now and then doing the analysis again. And this is excluded by, as already said, first of all, we calculate in the beginning how much the typical cell overhead is to subtract the constant. And when it has to do every now and then the very expensive calculation, then it will again measure how long that took with timestamps again and subtract.
Why do you use RDTS at the start and RDTSCP at the end?
Yes, so the RDTSCP is a timestamp instruction which in addition also returns a processor ID, but that's not what we're interested in. But we are interested that this one also acts as a halt fence, while the regular RDTSC does not act as a fence at all. So the regular RDTSC, we surrounded it by an L fence on both sides to avoid any unwanted instructions to go behind or any information to go in front. And here, after the events, the RDTSP acts as a fence to avoid these instructions to go behind, and the L fence behind then again avoids the late instructions to go in front. But why do we do this slightly differently? Because capturing the event should be the same as it is stop or start. It is because we do not want a unpredictable L fence to be inside of the measured code. And the first L fence at the top can be unpredictable in timing because it might actually act as a load fence, while the second L fence should not do a lot because the first one already did that. This one only acts as the barrier. And then here afterwards, we do not want to have an unpredictable L fence in front, so we use RDTSP, but can freely use the L fence after it. It's pretty subtle. And And then the delta code is string literals. This is just the weird trick we are using for convenience. So we use macros which you place in the code to measure your zones. You can either use the profiler func macro or a profiler zone macro where you choose your own string and which you can put in any scope. The profiler func macro uses the function name as name. But we want a small and fast key for the zones. So ideally, if you would have, like say, 100 different zones, 8 bits should be sufficient as an idea of the zones. But there is no good way to have a unique, small incrementing counter at compile time in C++, which works across files. I mean, to use it in macros. And even if you would work with only one file, if you would define static integers as the counter, those static integers could cause branching in the CPU to check whether they are already initialized or not. So we use indirectly the strings of the zone names as the ID, but the strings themselves will be expensive. So we use the fact that all those strings are constants which are stored in the data segments of the binary. We have defined one unique string, underscore, underscore, hash, underscore, underscore, and then the difference in address of the other constant strings to this one is what we use as the ID or the offset. And for that we use 25 bits as the offset. So since an event is 64 bits, that gives us 39 bits for the timestamp instead. These two numbers can be tweaked in the header. Normally 25 bits is enough, but if your data segment is huge, you would need to give more bits there, and then you would have less resolution for timestamps. So you could run the profile in less long. And then some results. So the main program we have used the profiler for is actually Wassenberg. And Wassenberg is an image diffing tool, also open source, which uses the human visual system to rate the difference between images after lossy compression. It's pretty expensive, so we did some profiling to optimize it. And here we had 90 million recorded zone entry and exit events. And this with only less than 0.5% overhead of running to 286 instead of 285 seconds. So we did not have to wait long with or without profiling to allow fast development. Then a more contrived example of how this works. This compares our profiler with gprof, which have slightly different functionality. So I made a test function called mixed, which takes a little bit of time to run, and it gets called 5,000 times by run no inline, and it gets called 5,000 times by run inline. But run inline is defined in the same C++ file as mixed, and run no inline is defined in a different C++ file. So the compiler will inline it in one case and not in the other. I verified that it did. So if we measure this with our profiler, then we get correctly that in total the function was called 10,000 times, while, for example, gprof does not measure inline functions, instead it counts as the parent function. So this one will report mixed to have been called only 5,000 times. This can also be useful because in gprof you can now see how fast it runs with inline versus non-inline. Although it is a bit strange that it seems to have run slower in the inline case than in the non-inline case. And I also don't understand why it reports 5,001 calls for run inline, because in fact it was only called once. And then a final result was to test out the variability of the profiler. So I measured the same code with the same profiler multiple times, with our profiler and with gprof. So with our profiler, usually the time is around 170 milliseconds, except one time it was a bit longer, which was because the turbo of the CPU had not activated there. Yeah. With G-Probe, it is a little bit more variable, 13, 16, 20. It's still good, it's still useful, although the amount of calls is also more precise here than with G-Probe. So, this is just a contrived example. So in conclusion, we created a low overhead, fast, precise, and flexible profiler with several low-level techniques, which you can either try out and use yourself, or you can get the code from the GitHub repository and try it out from there. Thank you for your attention.
Any questions?
Can you also profile 32-bit applications, or is it limited to 64?
This would be pretty limited to 64-bit. It uses ABX instructions, are available on 32-bit CPUs.
Yeah, that's what I was assuming. So.
It might work. It's C++. You compile the code yourself.
Since you're using 64-bit event for events, I'm guessing this has to be somehow atomic to...
Yes, this is mainly focused on x86 workstations and profile applications.
Yes, thanks.
Other questions? I do have one. So I've seen that you use 39 bits for timestamps. You might be interested to look at the scheme we use in LTKNG to compress the timestamp. So basically, we reserve event ID, a single bit, to say, okay, this is an extended timestamp or not. And then, so when you have an event coming at a very fast pace, which is the usual case, you can use much less bit for timestamps, and only in unlikely scenarios you use more bits. So, small trick.
It tries to keep the size constant. It tries to keep the size of the entry constant.
Yeah, but then you can put more content in those entries, or perhaps use double entry for some rare cases.
It might cost a little bit more overhead, and we try to especially reduce the overhead Yes?
You mentioned that the inline case, it would incorrectly say that the function was called 5001 times. It appears that what it does is the usual instrumentation is done properly. It calls mcount for profiling at the beginning of the function. And it does that also for the inline function. But when the mcount is called, it uses the current address. And at analysis time, the current address is within the larger inline function.
Okay.
So an mcount is called 5001 times within that the big inline function.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions? Okay, thank you.